So good day everyone, we are the group 3. So for today, we are tackling about the early childhood or the preschooler. Alright, so we will be covering 3 types of development. The first one is the physical development, second is the cognitive development, and the third one is the social-emotional development. Next slide please. Thank you. Alright. So now let's cover or focus on the learning objectives. Please may we call on Jeremiah to please read our learning objectives. Thank you.
Okay, sige po. So now, learning objectives. So first is to analyze and explain the holistic development of preschoolers, including physical, cognitive, and social-emotional growth. And second po is to identify key milestone and characteristic in preschoolers, physical, cognitive, and social-emotional development. And third is to discuss the role of caregivers, parents, and teachers in supporting preschoolers learning social skills and emotional well-being. And for the fourth one po is apply developmentally appropriate strategies to guide preschoolers in creativity, problem solving, and a positive social interaction. Evaluate the impact of nutrition, sleep, and environmental factors on preschoolers' overall growth and learning. So, yun lang po.
Good day everyone. Before I start my topic, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Chad Sigabumpa from BSE SS 1C. Today, I will discuss the preschoolers' physical development. This topic focuses on how children change and grow physically during their early childhood years, specifically ages 3 to 5.
Physical development. It involves growth and changes in the body and brain, the senses, motor skills, and health and wellness. In short, dito natin nakikita kung papaano nga ba lumalago, tumatangkad at nagiging mas coordinated ang mga bata. At lagi na rin nating tatandaan na kapag sinabi natin physical development, this stage is very important. Bakit nga ba? Because it prepares them for more complex activities later on. Next, we have physical developmental milestones. These are important physical skills or abilities that most children learn at a specific age, such as walking, running, jumping, or writing. They show if a child's growth is normal and healthy. Milestones help us check if a child's growth is normal and healthy. Kung nauuna o nahuhuli ba sila compared to most children their age. This means that when children or individual experience a milestone, they grow and become ready for the next stage of development.
And to continue our discussion, let me call our next presenters, Ms. Leia Perez.
Hi! So ano nga ba ang significant change in physical growth na mararanasan ng isang bata or preschooler? So at around 3 years old of age, preschooler move from the remaining baby-like feature of the toddler towards a more slender appearance of a child. Trunk, arms, and legs became longer. So dito daw, at around 3 years old, children became to look less like a baby and more like a young kid. Their arms, legs, and body became longer, giving them a slimmer appearance. So dito, nagbabago daw ang katawan ng isang bata. And second, the center of gravity of preschooler is right above near the belly button. This gives them more ability to be stable and balanced. So, their center of gravity, which helps them stay balanced, is now near the belly button Because of this, preschooler can stand, move, and play with a better balance and stability. So dito daw, mas kontrolado na daw nila ang kanilang balanse. Hindi na sila kagad matutumba. So third, baby or milk teeth are already in place. Permanent teeth, which begin to come out by the age of 6, is also developing. Ibig sabihin nito, by this age, their baby or milk teeth are already complete. Even though we cannot see them yet, their permanent teeth are slowly growing inside the gum and will start to appear around 6 years old. So, next na tayo. So, growth and fine motor development. So, gross motor development refers to acquiring skills that involve the large muscles. So, ano nga ba yung mga large muscle na yon? For example, legs, arms, and torso. It categorized into, so the gross motor development categorized into 3. So, ano nga ba yun? So, first, locomotor. Those that involve going from one place to another. So, these help the child move from one place to another, just like what I said. For example, running, climbing, and skipping, hopping, and more. So yun, this help a child to move from one place to another. And second, non-locomotor. These where the child stay in place. So, for example, bending, stretching, turning. So, hindi nila kailangan pumunta sa isang lugar para magawa yun. Hindi katulad ng locomotor skills. So, third, manipulative skills. Those that involve projecting and receiving object. For example, throwing, striking, bouncing. These involve moving or coordinating object using hands and feet. So, gano'n. And then, punta naman tayo sa fine motor development. So, ano nga ba yung fine motor development? It refers to acquiring the ability to use the smaller muscle in the arms, hands, and fingers purposefully. For example, picking, squeezing, rounding, and opening things. So, fine motor skills use the small muscle found in hands and fingers. Though these help children to task the required careful and controlled movement. So, katulad na sinabi ko, mas kontrolado nila yung smaller muscle nila in their finger or hands. And just like what I sample, so ito ay ang sample niya ay picking up small object or squeezing things. Yun lang po. Next reporter na po tayo.
So, hello to all of you. Before we start, I would like to formally introduce myself. I am Melchior T. Papicon, a student of the Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. So, my subtopic is cognitive development. So, what is cognitive development to begin with? Cognitive development is the changes that happens with a person's ability to think, solve problems, and overall comprehend what's happening around them. So it's stated here that preschoolers' cognitive growth revolves around learning, reasoning, memory, symbolic thought, and problem-solving skills. So it says that children are very enticed, very eager to learn, and reason about them. Their memories can become very vivid. They can think of these memories, these learnings, these thoughts symbolically, and they gain basic problem-solving skills. So one example of a basic problem-solving skill is a child learning to sort out his toys to put out in a toy box, or fix the toys after playing with them. Secondly is the developmental milestones. At this stage, children can recall past events, ask questions, solve simple problems, and use imagination to understand cause and effect. So, it's said here that they yeah, they can recall past events vividly, ask questions about these events like why was I there, when was that held, or why was that even held to begin with, solve simple problems. Ayun nga, for example, yung about sa pag-sort out ng mga toys, ganun. And use imagination to understand cause and effect. I think that we can all remember a point of our childhood when we were very imaginative. Like we were very playful with our imagination. Like we would assign roles to our toys, like Ken is dad and Barbie is mom. Like teddy bear is my best friend, like that. Symbolic and intuitive thinking. Lastly, preschoolers display pre-operational thought limitations according to Jean Piaget. Symbolic substage, 2 to 4 years old. Use words or images to represent objects. For example, a stick becomes a sword. So this is an example of a simulation. Like for a kid, for a child, anything can be anything that they want to. For example, is a stick becomes a sword, a piece of rock can become a nuclear bomb. So children are very playful with their imagination, and they couldn't really accommodate it to what it actually is. Intuitive substage, 4 to 7 years old. Begin primitive reasoning, ask many questions, and assert themselves. So this is initiative versus skill. So in this stage, the intuitive substage, it's stated that children begin to like base things on their gut feelings, their intuition, without actually having concrete basis to back up their claims, their beliefs. Yeah. They ask many questions out of curiosity and assert themselves. So it's said here that children can stand firmly without actually being sure about what they're standing up on about. So yeah. Physical growth, slender body, longer limbs, more stable center of gravity. Baby teeth are present, permanent teeth developing around age 6. So their bodies are changing, not drastically, but gradually. Well, this actually depends genetically. It depends on child to child. It varies genetically. So, but when we say they gain a stable center of gravity, it means that they become more stable with walking. Like they can stand up on their own, they can run, they can even tumble and jump and do many things with their ability to walk and take advantage of it. So that would be all for my subtopic. Calling on to the next presenter. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much po for the next slides na po. And next slides po is for the language development. So, let's talk about the language development. It is significant vocabulary expansion and complex sentence formation. So, ibig sabihin po nito, in this stage, so language development, makikita natin na ang bata hindi lang basta natututo magsalita, but also unti-unting nagiging mas intentional and purposeful yung paggamit nila ng language. So, as a future educators, mahalagang maintindihan natin yung language skills development and layers. Like, mula sa simpleng vocabulary, papuntang complex sentence formation. So, nandito na rin po, ibig sabihin, sinabi niya rin po doon, ages 3 to 4 years old, kaya na po nilang mag-construct out ng 3 to 4 word sentences na rin po para ma-express yung kanilang feelings, kanilang nararamdaman, mga ganun po. And sinabi rin dito at the ages of 4 to 5, meron na po silang, kaya na rin po nilang mag-construct ng 5 to 6 words sentences. Ibig sabihin po nun, mas nagiging haba at organized yung sentences nila. Kasi mas lumalalim yung kanilang storytelling abilities. And even as, kaya na rin po nilang magtanong kung ano, bakit, kailan, saan, mga ganun po. And Um, for the next slides na po. So now, next is the um, language and social interaction. So ano nga po ba ito? So interaction with peers and adults strengthens communication, empathy, and perspective taking. So ibig sabihin po nito ay ibig sabihin po ito, kung sa previous slides po natin, nakita natin structural development ng language. So dito naman po, mas papasok ang social interaction, which is equally essential sa language growth. So sa research shows that children learn language best when they engage with real people and the real situation. So ibig sabihin po, mas natututo yung bata kapag meron po siyang nakakausap, mas natututo po siya sa interactions sa language po na kanyang pwedeng magawa, sa language po na pwede niyang sabihin, mas natututo po siya through interactions with other people. So, for instance na rin po, through simple play interactions, a child learns how to wait for their turn to speak. So, bata pa lang po, kaya po nilang matuto at kaya na po natin silang turuan kung paano po sila dapat magsalita at kung saan at kung kung saan dapat sila magsalita. Kunwari po, may nagsasalita pa po, kailangan po nilang makinig bago po sila magsalita. Kailangan po nila magsalita pagkatapos nung isang nagsalita. So, that is for respect. Gain respect, sabi nga nila, di ba? So, ultimately, so language and social interaction work hand in hand. When children feel heard, supported, ibig sabihin po nun, mas nagiging confident po yung isang bata kung binibigyan po natin sila ng compliments, sinusuportahan po natin sila, mas ginaganahan po silang gawin, na mas nagiging persistent po sila sa kanilang kayang gawin sa sarili po nila habang bata pa po sila. Mas doon po nagde-develop yung mga stages na to dahil sa support and guidance natin. So, that's all for my part. So, to the next reporter, Christine Munoz po.
Information processing theory, attention and memory. The information processing theory explains how the human mind receives, processes, and stores information. According to this theory, as a person grows, their attention and memory skills improve. This means they can focus on tasks for a longer time and remember information more effectively. For example, students who can focus well in class can understand lessons better and solve problems more easily. In conclusion, attention and memory are important because they support effective learning and problem solving. So next is the young children's theory of mind. This the theory of mind refers to a person's understanding that other people have their own thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. According to Saritrok 2002, it explains how individuals think about mental processes. For young children, theory of mind is important because it helps them understand that others may think or feel differently from them. For example, a child learns that a friend can feel sad even if they feel happy. This understanding helps children develop better social skills and relationships.
So, proceed naman tayo sa socio-emotional development. So, sabi dito, it involves emotion, personality, and social relationships. Socio-emotional development in preschooler, it talks about how young children understand their emotions, develop their personality, and interact positively with others. It is very important because it lays the foundation for how will they handle challenges, communicate with others, and build friendships as they grow older. So, during sa age na to, which is 3 to 5 years old, nakaka-experience yung mga bata ng rapid growth. Hindi lang physically, but also mentally, socially, and emotionally. Mas naku-curious din sila sa paligid nila, and then lahat ng experiences nila, it's either positive or negative, ay maepekto yon sa kanilang confidence, sa emotional strengths nila, pati na rin sa school performance nila in the future. So, one of the key parts of social-emotional development is yung emotional development. So, dito, nakafocus naman siya kung paano i-manage and i-recognize ng mga bata yung feelings nila. And nagsisimula na silang maintindihan yung kanilang basic emotions like happiness, sadness, excitement, fear, yung mga ganun. And ina-express nila yung kanilang feelings in using simple words. For example, sasabihin nila na, I am angry because he pushed me, or I am sad because I lost, which show that they begin to understand what they feel. And also, this stage teaches them self-regulating, or how will they control their emotions. So, dito, hindi pa sila perfect, pero natututo na sila na maintindihan yung feelings nila, and then gumamit ng strategies like hugging a stuffed toy, asking for help, and kung minsan pumupunta sila sa quiet corner para doon mag-calm down. So, another is yung personality development naman. Dito, nakafocus naman siya sa discovering who the child is and how they prefer to interact with others. So, dito naman nagsisimula na sila na ipakita yung kanilang gusto, yung ayaw nila, strengths and weaknesses nila. And kung mapapansin natin, some children are talkative, and yung iba naman is quiet or shy. And habang nag-explore sila, dito na din pumapasok yung self-concept. They may say na, I am good at writing, or I can do it by myself, which show that they are becoming aware sa kanilang abilities. And dito na din pumapasok yung importance ng self-esteem. Kapag nakakarinig sila ng positive encouragement, lalo na pag galing sa kanilang guardian or sa mga adults, mas nabuboost pa yung confidence nila, and it makes them more willing to try and learn new things. Pero kung puro criticism lang yung naririnig nila, pwedeng bumaba yung kanilang self-esteem. Kaya dito, napaka-importante yung guidance, patience, support ng mga adults. So, for example, yung isang bata may ginagawa siya, and then nagkamali siya. So, instead na pagalitan agad, pwedeng sabihin na, it's okay, you can try it or fix it again. So, mga ganon. So, next naman is social development. So, dito naman from the word social, kung paano makipag-interact or communicate yung preschooler sa ibang tao or sa ibang bata. So, dito, nade-develop na din yung kanilang basic social skills like sharing, pagiging polite, fair play, listening, and most of that skill is nakukuha nila sa pamamagitan ng pakikipaglaro nila sa ibang bata or sa ibang tao sa paligid nila. So, dito na din, kung mapapansin natin, meron silang tinatawag na best friend or favorite playmate, which help them to build connections, and naiintindihan na din nila yung empathy na meron ding feelings yung ibang tao sa paligid nila. For example, yung isang bata is nadapa. So, yung isang bata is lalapitan niya yon and tatanungin niya kung okay lang ba siya, kung nasaktan ba siya. So, doon, nakakabuild sila ng connection. So, doon nakafocus yung social-emotional development. So, next slide and next reporter, please.
The social emotional development milestone. Okay, so in here we are focusing on the preschoolers, on like how they develop the necessary skills that they need for them to interact with the world, and also for them to develop skills like for the social world. So this includes their management to their internal emotional states. So it covers the way how they interact with other people, their friends, the way they manage their emotions, and most importantly, how they understand themselves. Paano nila intindihin yung sarili nila. Okay, so in here, in this area, you see, one main example or relevant example is when there are two children that have or na-resolve nila ang kanilang conflict about a toy, di ba? When you think about it, solving a conflict between a toy ng dalawang children is a very big milestone or something big achievement, because of course children will be a children then. They will fight for anything. Makasabi nila na, sa akin to, hindi sa akin to. But then, solving that is such a great milestone. Parang great skills yan because it covers the social development and also their emotions, because they set aside their emotion, and also they build a good relationship with each other, the children, and they also tend to be more cooperative and also have a good connection with others. So that is the social emotional milestone.
So thank you for that, Miss Divina Grace Mayo. So let's proceed to the preschoolers initiative. The tendency of preschoolers to want to take action and assert themselves. Ito ay isang mahalagang bahagi ng paglaki ng bata ayon kay Erik Erikson in Psychosocial Development. Pinapakita din dito ang isang bata na ay full of curiosity, asking questions once everything they see is new to them. Let's go through a conflict of initiative versus guilt. Initiative versus guilt is the stage 3 sa paglaki ng bata na karaniwang nangyayari in the age of 3 to 5 years old. So what is initiative? What is guilt? First, the initiative. Ito ang natural na kagustuhan ng mga bata na kumilos, subukan ang mga bagay at maging independent. Nagsisimula silang gumawa ng sarili nilang mga plano, manguna sa mga laro tulad ng play pretend at iba pang mga laro. For example, sa pagkanilang pag-i-explore sa iba't ibang mga bagay. Sinasabi niya na kaya ko yan at sinusubukan niya mag-isa tulad ng pagbuhos ng tubig, pagkakit ng slide o paggawa ng towers gamit ang mga blocks at iba pang mga gawain na kaya ng mga kids. So kailan ba nagkakaroon ng guilt o pagkakasala? Nangyayari ang guilt kung ang bata ay labis na sinasabihan mo ng masasakit na salita, pinaparusahan, sinisermonan, at sa kanilang pagsubok na mag-explore palalo. Imbis na matuto sila sa kanilang pagkakamali, nararamdaman niya na masama ang kanyang ginawa at mag-aalinlangan siyang kumilos o subukan pang gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay. Next is the example of guilt. In the first, di ba sa first makikita mo doon in the initiative na kaya niya nga. Pero kapag once na pinigilan mo siya, it's like magiging guilt. Sasabihan mo siya ng mga masasakit na salita, ay magiging distant na siya sa'yo at magiging careful na siya sa mga sasabihin niya at hindi kanya na pagkakatiwalaan pa. Next is the key things to remember is to apply judicious permissiveness. So, ang ibig sabihin ng judicious permissiveness ay hinihikayat mo ang bata na mag-explore, magtanong, gumawa ng mga bagay. Pero, it has a limitations and rules na kailangan niyang gawin. Dapat bigyan ng pagkakataon ang bata na mag-explore, gumawa ng desisyon at manguna sa mga activities upang makamit niya ang initiative. Sa madaling salita, ang preschoolers initiative ay ang pangangailangan ng bata na maging boss ng sarili nilang mundo at with the help also of their parents and their guardians. With the helps of parents and their guardians, binibigyan mo sila ng kalayaang gawin ang mga bagay sa paggabay at hindi sa paninisi lamang. Thank you.